Sure, here's a rewritten version of the transcript with a fresh and engaging flow. In 1964, young genius Frank arrives at the New York World's Fair to showcase his homemade jetpack at the inventors' competition. Judge Nix is initially intrigued but quickly dismisses Frank's invention when he learns the jetpack doesn't fully function. Despite this, Nix's assistant, Athena, takes an interest in Frank, though Nix refuses to let him enter the contest. Athena secretly hands Frank a mysterious orange lapel pin with the blue T and encourages him to follow her without being noticed. Determined, Frank sneaks onto a popular ride that Nix and Athena board. Midway through, a hidden laser scans Frank's pin, triggering a secret trapdoor beneath his boat. He plummets into a dark tunnel and lands inside a strange transport pod. The door is shut tightly, and the pod violently shakes before finally coming to a stop. When Frank steps out, he is met with a breathtaking sight at Tomorrowland, a futuristic city beyond imagination. Before he can explore, giant robots appear, blocking his way. Frank scrambles to escape, tumbling onto a lower platform and damaging his jetpack. A friendly robot quickly repairs it, just as guards arrive to capture him. With no other choice, Frank straps on the jetpack, activates it, and finally takes flight soaring above the city. He lands near Athena, eager to prove to Nix that his invention now works. Nix remains indifferent, but Athena smiles, knowing Frank's adventure has only just begun. Fast forward to 2015, where teenager Casey Newton secretly sabotages the demolition machinery at a NASA launch site, hoping to save her father's job. Little does she know, Athena is watching her from the shadows. Later that night, Athena scans Casey's DNA from her bike helmet and codes it into the last remaining Tomorrowland pin. The next day, Casey is arrested for her sabotage but is unexpectedly bailed out. Among her belongings, she finds the pin. The moment she touches it, a stunning futuristic world appears before her eyes. Confused yet fascinated, she repeatedly interacts with the pin, only to realize that whenever she moves, she remains in her real-world surroundings, bumping into furniture and startling those around her. Determined to understand what's happening, Casey begins investigating online, discovering a shop that deals with Tomorrowland-related artifacts. Casey visits the shop, where two eccentric owners confirm the pin's significance. They explain that Tomorrowland is a secret world where the brightest minds once gathered to create without limitations. However, the shopkeepers soon reveal a sinister side, locking the doors and brandishing futuristic weapons to interrogate Casey about Athena. Before they can harm her, a grenade smashes through the window, momentarily freezing them in place. Athena, armed and ready, enters to rescue Casey. As the time bomb deactivates, the shopkeepers who turn out to be animatronic enforcers resume their attack. Athena fights them off, dragging Casey outside just before the shop explodes. Fleeing in a stolen car, Casey demands answers. Athena finally admits she was the one who planted the pin for Casey. Before she can explain further, she malfunctions, shocking Casey as she watches Athena repair herself, revealing that she, too, is an advanced animatronic. Terrified, Casey tries to escape, but Athena proves unstoppable. Realizing she has no choice, Casey listens as Athena tells her they need to find one person who can get them back into Tomorrowland, Frank. Their journey leads them to a reclusive, older Frank, who now lives in isolation. When Casey arrives at his home, he refuses to help, calling Tomorrowland a lost cause. But Casey, ever persistent, sneaks inside his house and discovers a room filled with news broadcasts, countdown timers, and old recordings of Frank as a young inventor. When she unknowingly triggers a hidden mechanism, Frank finally relents and reveals his secret. A device he once built has been predicting the world's end for years, with a countdown leading to humanity's destruction. Before they can discuss further, robotic enforcers arrive to capture Casey. Using his house's high-tech defenses, Frank fends off the attackers with traps and gadgets, and with Casey's quick thinking, they manage to escape. Athena arrives just in time with the getaway vehicle, and the trio embarks on a mission to reach Tomorrowland before it's too late. Their journey takes them to the Eiffel Tower, where Frank unveils a hidden launch system designed by history's greatest inventors, Tesla, Verne, Eiffel, and Edison. The tower splits apart, revealing a rocket that propels them into a portal leading back to Tomorrowland. Upon arrival, they are confronted by Nix now the city's authoritarian leader. He brings them to the Tachin machine, a Frank's invention that predicts the apocalypse. Casey notices something unusual. Her mere presence causes the probability of disaster to slightly decrease. This suggests that hope and belief in a better future could change the outcome. However, Nix reveals his dark secret. He has deliberately been broadcasting doomsday visions into humanity's minds, expecting them to take action to prevent it. Instead, people accepted their fate, indulging in dystopian fantasies rather than fighting for change. Enraged, Frank, Casey, and Athena realize they must destroy the machine to break the cycle. A fierce battle ensues. Frank and Nix fight over control of the machine while Athena and Casey battle the Enforcer robots. In a desperate move, Athena sacrifices herself to stop Nix, passing a bomb to Casey before shutting down permanently. Devastated but determined, Casey uses the bomb to destroy the machine, halting the apocalyptic visions and giving humanity a fresh chance at hope. With Nix defeated and Tomorrowland freed from his grip, Frank and Casey take on the responsibility of rebuilding. They activate new pens, sending them across the world to recruit dreamers, scientists, and visionaries, those who believe in a better future. As young minds begin to discover Tomorrowland once more, hope is restored, and the adventure continues. This version keeps the story intact while making it more engaging and dynamic. Let me know if you want any tweaks. DS